as you kind of took it to a fun little direction, I'm going to follow your lead there, Allie.
Okay.
Let's have a couple fun questions. Again,
Okay.
put me on the spot. Best player you played against and the best player you played with, and some reasons.
I think it's one and the same, and I always have the same player. I think for me, Marta is so unique, and to be at the top of her game for so many years. So with the Pally Blues, we were going down to the LA Soul and training with them when that team existed, and she was there and just motivated me. Like, I want to go pro. I want to get signed to this team. Ended up being that we both got signed to another team, but again, her coming to Sweden, playing against her in 2012, then her coming to my team, winning together here after winning in the US, then going back to Orlando. I think she's a player. There's a reason why I like to say that she's following me, but there's a reason that we end up on the same teams, because I think if she's going to go somewhere, I know it's because the setup is good. She's taken care of. It's professional. And I know the team is going to be good because she is fantastic. And I have so much respect for her, how hard she works. In Florida, I'm like, it is so hot. Everyone is dying. She's out there running, and then she's playing her music, and she has her YouTube show, and is just such an amazing role model. She's hilarious. She's now vegan, and she's cooking away. And just seeing her on the field, the things she can do that still so few players can do. And to think that she's even a few years older than me, and just someone that is always pushing me, and we have such a great relationship. And unfortunately, I have played against her on the world stage at World Cups and friendlies and tournaments in the Swedish league. We have yet to play against each other in the American League. I hope it never happens. But just someone in training, you're just like, oh my God, please, please, please don't, like, 1v1. If I can just stop her one time, like, I'm going to write it down in my notebook. Today was a good day. And just, yeah, is a phenomenal player.
I remember when we played the LA Soul, and she got kind of pinched to the sideline, and she was able to lift it over. I think it was Nikki Washington actually at the time. Nikki did really well, closed her down, looked like she was going to have her real tight against the sideline, and she just lifts the ball over. I just remember Nikki Washington turning to the bench and going, what? You know, like,
she's still doing that stuff.
She's just crafty. Favorite soccer moment? I'm sure you have tons, but
I do. And while I love, accolades and stuff, I think I always remember the most random kind of more locker room, probably more inappropriate kind of memories. But let's see. One that stands out for the New Zealand national team would definitely be qualifying or getting out of the group in the 2012 Olympics to then play the U.S. in the quarterfinals and get knocked out. But that was the first time a New Zealand team had gotten out of the group stage, at an Olympics. Still, no senior team has done it at a World Cup. But just to take your country somewhere that, to make history for your country is so unbelievable. And it's something that's very unique about playing for the New Zealand national team, because, there's so many chances to make history and to inspire this entire nation of girls to start playing soccer. And it's something that we really need to keep doing. And, the conversation is for another day in terms of the development of the game in the US and in New Zealand, and how I do think we're falling behind. So having this home World Cup and this opportunity with 32 teams to really get out of that group stage could be a defining moment for the future of the New Zealand national team. So there's a lot of pressure there, but that was a moment that I will never forget when we beat Cameroon to make it to the quarterfinals of the Olympics.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Riley, I wanted to give you one last opportunity. You want to throw a shout out to anybody, anything that you're working on that we can follow you at, or? Anything?
Well, yeah, I mean, I am going to be interviewing Sammy Mewis on my podcast tomorrow, and then I'll have to edit it. So I'm not sure when it's going to be released, but yeah, Girls with Balls has been, my baby, and I love empowering other women to share their stories and also inspire young girls, and just talk about the things that, journalists don't always report on with some of my teammates and opposition. And also, just if anyone out there, coaches or players, want to find some cool, healthy recipes, check out Love to Eat to Love. I can email you with the handle. But yeah, other than that, I'm really glad to be part of the S2 effect, and and keep following you guys and listening to what other guests you come up with, and advice that I can learn from.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, again, I appreciate your time. I know how busy you are. And again, it just shows the level of your humility to carve out some time on such short notice. So it doesn't go without notice. We're very thankful. Shawn?
Yeah, just to echo what Shai said, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for, I know you have a busy schedule. Thank you so much for making the time. And it was great dialogue. I really had fun. It was good to get Ali Riley's perspective and
On a
no
lot
mo-
of things.
on a lot of things. It was great. Thank you.